So this is a small project I've been working on, this robot over here. It's just a robot. It's controlled by this Arduino here is controlling the wheels. We have a Raspberry Pi back here, and underneath, it's hard to see, let's see. We got a Raspberry Pi here that's pretty much just used to get the data over Wi-Fi. So this is acting as a server right now. It's running some Python and then outputting the data serially through this connection to the Raspberry Pi, which is controlling the motors. As far as power, we have 9 volts of AA batteries back here powering the wheels. And then in the front we have an old cell phone external battery that's used to power the Pi and the Arduino. So on the laptop side we have this GUI I wrote in Java that's used to control it. I also binded the keys to it so you can drive with the keys, which is kind of nice. And so we'll give this a little test run right now. Okay, so now the robot is listening for commands. So let's see if we can connect. Okay, looks like our connection's good. It's time to give this thing a test run. Okay, that's pretty much it. We have these buttons here that, as you can see, the buttons also help out, which is kind of cool. But so some future plans for this is to, one of the big things is I want to implement speed control. I'm having trouble with the H-bridge controlling the speed. I've been using pulse width modulation from the Arduino. It doesn't seem to be working, but if I implement the pulse width modulation manually using the Arduino, it seems to work, so I've got to figure out why that is. But when you add the speed, then you could add, obviously you could change the speed, but a nice thing is you could change it so you could go in diagonal directions. So right now, if you could tell, you can only go in one of the 4 cardinal directions, so you can go forward, right, left, back, but you can only do one at a time. So with different wheel speeds, you could do 2 at a time, which would be nice. A little bit more control. Another thing that I wanted to do was possibly add a camera right here. So use like an old cell phone, has a webcam. And then you could use it, you could drive around and see where you're driving, drive from across the room. And then if we put port forwarding on our router, we could also just drive it from like down the road at a Starbucks, which would be kind of cool. Not too useful, but still kind of cool. But that's it. Hopefully there'll be some more updates on this. But right now, I'll probably just be playing around with this thing for a couple minutes.